This is how you use templates in ARK Survival Ascended using the template tool for both PC as well as console players. And this is also how and where to find all of the templates that I currently offer. Hello there survivors and welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. Today I wanted to dive into the world of templates. They've been around for almost a year now. I've got quite a few of them, and recently a new mod was released that makes it very easy for console players to import these templates. If you didn't know, I've got an overview of all of the templates that I offer on my Discord. There's a handy channel there showing you all of the free templates that I offer, as well as some of the member exclusive ones that I have. This is as a way for me to say thank you for the people that support me, because their support helps me do what I do here on YouTube. I'm constantly adding new templates to that list, so again, if you want to see a full overview of all of the templates that I offer, head over to my Discord, grab the ARK roll, and check out all the available builds. And before we dive into the video on how to import templates as well as how to use them on consoles, and some tips from me on how to complete templates when they don't always seem to want to work with you, please consider leaving a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, as always, feel free to leave your suggestions for future builds and maybe templates you'd like to see down in the comments below. Here's how you import templates into your game. If you're on PC, it's quite easy. You go to the second option, you select this button, and then you press import. Before you do this, of course, you have to find a template somewhere. You can do this on Weekly or on my Discord. Press the copy button and just press import. But console players can now also easily get access to all of these templates. So to get it, we want to browse mods, we want to look for template or weekly, and then you'll find the template hammer imported. Make sure to download it or update it so that you can use it and then load up a single player world. Of course, before booting up your single player world, make sure to activate the mod so that you will have it in game. Once you're in the game, you want to craft this template importer. And if you use that item, you'll see that you can actually import a template. Now, the template ID is the code that you'll be able to find on the website. So if you're on console, open it on your phone or on a other device, and the ID can be easily found in the link of the page, but it's also listed on the page. And then the building ID depends on how many parts a build has. By default, you want to just put 0 here. If it's multiple parts, you can of course go from 0 to 1, 2, 3 to however many parts a template has. So for example, one of my templates, I'll just put in the ID right here. Then I can do import template. And then I get the message that it has been successful. You can make a template hammer. And if you use that, you should find it in your list. A few tips for working with templates. Make sure that whenever you place them, make sure to check if the entire structure can actually be placed, because it will let you place the template even if only one piece can be placed in that location. So especially for bigger builds, it's good to make sure that you can actually place all the foundations that you'll need for the building. And then of course, you can place things manually with things that are in your inventory. You can also switch to auto build, click that, and it will start building by itself. But sometimes, for whatever reason, it might stop building, and sometimes it won't even let you place it one by one for whatever reason. Can be various things. In that case, there's still a way to utilize the template, because as long as you have those guidelines on your screen, you can of course still take out the pieces yourself and place them down that way. So let's pretend that it has stopped building for some reason and it won't build anything else. Rather than, you know, trying to remove this all and retry it again, what you can also do is just place the pieces like this. So instead of using the template hammer to place things down, you can of course place things yourself and just use the blue lines as a guideline. The only downside is it won't actually recognize that you've placed the items in, but it will still allow you to build this without having to look up the tutorial video, for example. So it can still be a benefit using the templates like this. And most of the time it's like minor things that a template for whatever reason doesn't want to place down, and this can help you still complete the template if that happens. Other than that, of course, templates can be very helpful, but some word of advice, at least from my side, I think the most helpful way for templates is especially copying over mundane tasks that would otherwise be really painful. So for example, one way that I use it all the time now is for my Gothic town to do the different layers of the street. I've got a template saved with the 2 different layers for my streets, and I can use that as snap points to build more of them. Another example would be saving a flush dedicated floor, which again has some weird snap points that you might not use all the time, and the same could be said for other things like circles, etc. Because if you do enjoy building and you want to actually improve your building skills yourselves, it's totally fine to follow tutorials or try to copy builds from other people. But if you do a tutorial or you try to copy it by yourself, you'll actually learn something along the way of the build process. But if you're just relying on templates to copy over builds, of course you won't really learn anything, since, well, in most cases, you can just kind of press a button and then wait a whole bunch of time and the build will be done. So of course it depends on your needs. If you don't like building at all, this can be a great way to still get some cool builds in your world and in your playthrough. Although the system sometimes isn't very reliable, and especially if you're working with templates with multiple parts, it can be quite tricky to snap them in the right place. Anyway, I just wanted to make this quick little video, first of all, to showcase that now console players can easily import templates, and secondly, how to use templates and how to troubleshoot when they're not completing all the way to the end. And again, if you want to find my templates, some of them you will be able to find on Wikily, but if you want the full overview of all of the templates that are available, head over to my Discord. There's a channel there with all of my templates listed, as well as some of the templates that are YouTube members exclusives, as a way to say thank you for the people that support me and help me be able to do what I do here on this channel. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did, and feel free to leave your suggestions for future ARK builds you'd like to see down in the comments below.